What's up, everybody? Welcome to Dice House and our DCUO commentary. Yes, that's right. We have met the council. This is what the council looks like for DCUO Origin Crisis coming up here. Coming up here soon here with this picture right here. You're going to see the new gear that's coming in. From left to right, that is Hero PvP, Hero PvE, both sides PvE, Villain PvE, and Villain PvP. Alright, that's for what it looks like on the male tunes. That's what it looks on the female tunes. That's the new sets of gear we're getting here with update 25 and with the Origin Crisis coming up. So yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff has come across our plates today, and I'm going to try and talk about as much as I can while you guys watch the rest of this FOS 2 raid that I started posting up the other day. For starters, real quick, I want to point out that EU PS3, you guys are going to be having a sale on your marketplace until April 17th. There's going to be a sale on your respec tokens for power and movement, character name change, additional bank slots, additional inventory, and character slots, DLC Fight for the Light, DLC Lightning Strikes, vault tickets, exobyte data for Arkham Sun Joker, and a lot more. 50% off sale until April 17th for the EU guys. Go get it. Anyways, moving on. Alright, we're going to talk about Origin Crisis first. Alright, and the announcement they had for Origin Crisis. Alright, not much. I mean, there's a lot, but I mean, we didn't get a lot of detail about that lot. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, coming with Origin Crisis, alright, we are going to get a new power set. I did not see this coming. I mean, you see Jens and all that putting his little hints out there and stuff like that, his little trollish comments on Twitter every once in a while, talking about, you know, this and that and everything. And he dropped a bomb on us and all that, and I saw it. I saw it when he dropped it, but I wasn't sure if he was trolling or what. But anyways, what we are getting with Origin Crisis, the new power, is a new quantum power. Is a new controller power set. All right, you can manipulate time, control gravity, and twist the very fabric of space itself. I'm gonna tell you right now, this power sounds really cool. I'm more than likely going to be respecking my mental controller Onyx Void over into it when it comes out, because it fits that character a little bit more, and also because it sounds really cool. You know, it sounds really cool. Also coming out, we're going to be getting 2 new raids. All right, 2 new operations, 2 for the heroes and 2 for the villains. All right. And then on top of that, we're also getting 2 new solo simulation challenges. That's what they're calling them. They're calling them Iconic Anomalies. I call them Legends PvE. I guess you're going to be able to go in there as either the Huntress as a hero or Bizarro as a villain. Not sure they didn't specify on that exactly, but that's what we're going to be able to do with that stuff right there. Not on top of that, we're going to be getting new gear, including Tier 5 PvE gear and new Iconic Inspired gear. We're also getting new feats, collections, trophies, all that happy, joy stuff. Make sure you guys go by the forums. Link for their official forums is in the description below. I'll let find out more information and everything like that. And I will try and get that information out to you guys as quickly as I can, whenever I can, you know, it comes across my desk here, and I'm able to squeeze what info I can out of MEPS. Also coming up, actually, as of last night, on the PC test server is update 25, and oh my god, this update is huge. Not just because, yes, we are getting the Spring's event is coming back. All right, Poison Ivy once again back to wreak havoc on the people of Gotham. This year they've added a new boss fight where players will be sent to the depths of Gotham sewers to confront villains or cure heroes. Swamp Thing. All right, so yeah, Swamp Thing and all that for the heroes. You can talk to them in the Watchtower and all that. Villains, you guys are going to go down there into, I believe it's the Pit, to talk to Poison Ivy for this. But yeah, you're going to be getting lots of. Looks like they're adding some new stuff and all that. So a couple more feats and everything for the spring content. Always nice to see. Also, marketplace improvements. They're going to be streamlining the marketplace interface. By consolidating items by adding a few new categories like DLC, on sale, suits, stuff like that. Streamlining the marketplace is very good in my opinion. That thing always loads up so doggone slow, and then it's hard to find stuff in there. They're also adding new base tracking improvements. They've added base tracking to the map UI to give players a more efficient way to manage the bases they have access to. So you're going to be able to open up your map UI and find the bases that you have access to a lot easier that way. I'm going to see if I can get on the test server here and try and figure that out. Or my good buddy Trex, who co-hosts the DCUO Sourcecast with me, maybe we'll get on the test server on the DCUO Source podcast live stream tomorrow night, or I'm sorry, tonight, Friday, at 8 p.m. Link for Trex's live stream will be in the description below as well. Make sure you guys come and join us for that. We're going to be hopping on there as soon as DCUO is done with their Friday Night Legends. I believe my buddy, a friend of mine, Daddy-O from the USPC, is going to be on there with his league. He's actually going to be on his villain, I believe, his Oydad villain. So make sure you guys check that out too. But yeah, definitely come by the Sourcecast live stream. After that, though, we're going to get on the test server more than likely with Trex, and we'll go through and we'll look at all this stuff and everything. But there's a lot. I mean, there is a lot. Also, chat visibility improvements. They're changing up the UI window. It's going to now remain up and available for players to switch between when opening other UIs. So, like if you open up if you open up like a menu and everything like that, you're still going to be able to see the chat window there, I guess. So, I mean, that's a good thing too, because I know like when I'm in the menu, I miss like tells all the time, especially from you guys when you're sending me tells. Respect tokens are now account bound. Apparently, I guess you're able to trade those things between characters now. Wow. Now you're not going to be able to. Okay. The mod recovery system. Mod recovery is going to allow players to take mods out of gear. So like if you've constructed a mod and you've put it in your gear, you're going to be able to break those things back down to exobytes. All right, or the other materials that you use them for. You're not going to get everything back. This is something we talked about before on the podcast when Jens and Meps was on there. You're also going to need to acquire these deconstruction kits to break the mods down. They vary in quality. Lesser kits are going to be sold for from vendors and all that, while better kits can be collected from drops or by making your own kits. So some more R&D madness there for everybody. But I mean, if it makes it easier for you to break down mods and stuff like that, and you don't have to go out and do so much farming, I think it's kind of a good thing. I just hope it doesn't cost any marks to do that. Also, new weapon tree stats. All weapon trees are now going to have 4 new 6-point skill traits, all right, available that will give players a new way to boost existing stats. This is a fantastic idea. I really like this simply because when you get high enough there in the skill points and all that. I'm like at 154 right now, but I know people are at over 160 right now. Start to run out of places to put skill points. So if we can put them into stats and all, they're actually going to help boost up, the stats that we need to perform our roles. I think it's a fantastic thing. They're also introducing the PvP map rotation with this update. 5 maps are now going to be available to queue for any given time for both Arena and Legends. The maps are categorized by team size, so like 1v1, 2v2, 4v4, 5v5, and 8v8. The available maps will rotate over time. This is going to help achieve a lot of things here, starting specifically with it's going to limit the number of maps that can be queued, which will in turn help improve queue times. It's going to allow them to add new maps and gameplay modes without impacting queues or progression. And it's also going to keep things fresh by rotating content with brand new offerings and old favorites with like new twists and stuff like that. The following maps these are the maps that are going to be available for Arena PvP are going to be Lair Battles, Inner Sanctum, 2v2, City Safe House, Graviton Tech Recovery, 4v4, Arkham Asylum 5v5. That's right, you guys heard me. They've changed Arkham Asylum into a 5v5 map. Wow. Also, Forges of Solitude 8v8. The following maps for Legends are going to be the Batcave 1v1, Inner Sanctum 2v2, Temple of Isis 4v4. I'd really like to get this for Arenas, guys. If you guys are listening, watching this video out there, Meps, Jens, any of you guys, any of the devs, yeah, I'd really like to get the 4v4 map for Arenas. Temple of Isis. But also Arkham Asylum 5v5, that's right, 5v5 Legends in Arkham Asylum now, and 8v8 Fortress is going to be a part of this. Also coming up with this is going to be the new seasonal gear. The new seasonal PvP gear is coming up, guys. So basically this is how it's going to work. I'm going to read this word for word here just so I don't confuse you or myself, all right, with this. But basically, all right, the new gears offer stats that are superior to the previously available PvP sets to start everyone off on an even footing. There is a cash purchasable set to get players started in their run to the top. This set starts at PvP Combat Rating 77, just below the old Tier 4 PvP set. Alright, so that's like the checkmate stuff that we're wearing now. Advanced tiers of gear will be purchased using Marks of Valor, which will be acquired from participating in PvP matches. This higher tiered gear set ranges in power from PvP Combat Rating 81 up to 84. Each tier of gear will become available for purchase after raising your PvP Combat Rating by collecting the entire previous tiered set. Alright, the sets are going to work like this. Tier 1, which is, item level, 81. Alright, that's going to be the Avatar and the 6 existing iconic sets for, the 3 for Hero and 3 for Villain. Then it's going to be Aeronaut for the Tier 2. That's Combat Rating 82. Tier 3 is Combat Rating 83, Logistics Officer. And Tier 4 is item level 84. That's going to be your Punchline and your Vengeance. Alright, that's your, the Huntress. I'm guessing that's the Huntress and the Harley Quinn inspired sets right there. Alright, speaking of which, you guys heard me talk about this, the PvP Combat Rating. Players are now going to see a PvP Combat Rating on their PvP gear and on your player's stat tab in the inventory UI. This rating, much like PvE Combat Rating, measures your effectiveness in PvP based on the best equipment in your possession. PvP Combat Rating is not affected by mods. Alright, so you can't mod your gear up to skip tiers of the PvP gear apparently. But it increases only by getting higher rated gear for a particular slot, for any particular slot, right? Also, they've done some adjusting with the PvP missives in an effort to support the rotating PvP maps. The missives that we're getting right now, the missions that you get from the supply boxes and everything, they're no longer going to be map specific. So you're not going to have to do, kill, like 5 tanks in Australia anymore, thank God. Or anything like that. Also coming up here, obviously that we got new marks coming in, so there is going to be a currency conversion and tokens of merit. You're going to be able to, in order to accommodate the change and all that, they've added conversion kits. Conversion kits, you can use those to convert currencies that can no longer purchase gear to those that can. So for like Marks of Lore, you can exchange those in for Marks of Legend. All right, for your strategy and tactics, you're gonna be able to trade those in for Marks of Valor. So this is a good thing. I'm glad they're doing this because a lot of people saving up their marks and everything like that, or hold on to them. They got no reason to turn them in anymore because maybe they've got all their tokens feats. Right, all that stuff. Conversion kits, speaking of which, though, conversion kits will provide a different rate of exchange for currency based on its relative value. But in addition, with the tokens of merit, they've added tokens of merit for the new currency Marks of Valor, which can be located on the existing vendors in each headquarters. All right, so there's that. Now, lots and lots of patches coming in here. I'm going to address some of the bigger ones right now that are like, some of them are fixes and everything. But here's a major one right here, like in regards to feats for like PvP. I'm actually a little bit upset about this because like I earned all my feats for this stuff, and now they've made it easier. But the number of wins necessary to earn the map-specific Arena and Legends wins feats has been reduced significantly. If your current win counter is higher than the new reduced count, the feat's still going to trigger on the next win for that map. So like if you have already won 180, or you've won 108. Let's see how that's going to work. Say like, okay, if they do it like, if they make it so you have to win 150 4v4 Star Labs, all right, which that's not a feat right now, and you have 180 wins in Star Labs. Next time you win in Star Labs, that feat's going to pop for you. Okay. Also, they've added feats for completing the Vengeance and Punchline PvP gear sets. They've also have added feats for, collecting the new variant pieces. All right, feats for the new variant pieces for the Avatar, Bombardier, Aeronaut, and Logistics Officer. See, they got a lot of general fixes in here too. I'm not really going to go over. We'll go over this a lot more in detail tonight on the Sourcecast. I promise you that. However, with like layers, decoration mode, one of the base items placement nodes has been adjusted to allow for large wall items as is intended. That's not really that major. Mainframe stuff. Okay, boost to level henchmen and backup will now heal themselves less often. Sidekick and accomplice. These pets will now do less damage. Henchmen and backup. Their health has been lowered. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, movement. Zip tie will no longer trigger a legacy skills test. Whatever that is, I don't know. Let's see, some fixes for some missions. Fixes for the powers here, adjustments for the powers. Okay, they fixed an issue where powers that could be used while controlled, but were not specifically breakout abilities, were causing juggle and levitate to end early. Okay, I think this is a good thing. Right? If it's not supposed to break you out, then it shouldn't break you out. They corrected an issue with dominance scaling for healing. This one right here is a big one here for you guys out there, you controllers out there. The following abilities will now properly debuff targets that are in control or healer role. Sleep Dart, Vortex Cannon, Grasping Hand, Weight Spin, Cryokinesis, Terrorize. Let's see here. The following powers have added the text added to the tooltips for them, but they were already like this, so it doesn't it's not really a game change because they were already vulnerable to interrupt. Now, they've added vulnerable to interrupt to the message to the tooltips for each one of these powers. Sandblast for Earth, Light Barrier. I'm sorry, not Light Barrier. Impaling Thorns and Soulstorm. Okay, they've added the vulnerable to interrupt to those. All right, they were already vulnerable to interrupt. They just didn't read and say that they were vulnerable to interrupt. All right, let's see here. Gadgets. The tricks tree description has been fixed to state that when attacking a nature, sorcery, or electricity user, they gain confidence and get a brief damage boost of 35%. See here, light barrier is going to be usable while controlled. This has been it's been added and all that. It's already been this way though. They corrected a loophole with certain weapons that prevented characters from preventing interruptible after repeated spamming of ranged construct combos against a target. Again, was for light. Let's see here. Also with sorcery, see here, the circle destruction. This ability is now flagged as harmful and will now trigger the escalating Mike tactical mod. There you go, guys. See here, the Watcher. This pet will now only heal others when the owner is in the healer role. There you go with that. All right, PvP. Let's look at this. Influence will no longer be rewarded. Okay, so if you've got a lot of influence, go buy your supply boxes, your legacy colas, whatnot, and everything like that. They're still going to be available for you to purchase those things and all that. But you're not going to be getting influence anymore. The following DLC specific exobyte data Legends tunes now cost 85 marks of legend to purchase. Arkillo, Bizarro, Kilowog, Amonsor, Ursa, Power Girl, John Stewart, Dr. Fate, and Felix Faust. Alright, 85 marks of legends for each of those now. See here, the harmful shapeshift abilities no longer affect players in PvP. Instead of shapeshifting when used against players, these abilities apply a short grounding effect and prevent the user of all abilities until the duration expires or the player breaks out. The abilities specifically affected include Horrific Visage, Vengeance, Weapon of Destiny, Wrath, Baleful Transmogrification, and Polymorph. Thank you. The ghosting and dogging days are done. I'm happy about that. I know some people aren't, but this is only for PvP, folks. So if you guys are worried about affecting PvE, don't. Alright, Legends. Oh my gosh. Steel. Steel's Pulse Hammer Stun is now easier to escape, and he is more susceptible to control effects while performing that ability. Thank you. Let's see here. Also, all acrobatic characters now have both glide and zipline abilities. This is for Legends tunes. This mostly applies to Joker, Arkham Joker, Bane, and Two-Face. Oh my god, Bane's got zipline now. Woo! I'm going to be happy to use that. Let's see here. See, the use of certain trinkets and consumables are being restricted in PvP arenas. The following items, you know what? This list is huge. Alright? Link to the patch notes on the test server will be in the description below. Alright? Let's see here. PvP rewards, martial tactics, and strategy are no longer rewarded for participating in PvP. rewards are now only earned through winning in Arena and Legends PvP maps. No more going AFK to get your 1 marks, guys. Daily win awards for Arena PvP are now Marks of Valor. You're also going to be able to earn Marks of Valor and Legends in Marks of Legend in Legends PvP. Also, there's weekly win awards for each for arenas. You'll get extra marks of valor. For legends, you'll get extra marks of legend. Let's see here, PvP map updates. See, they've added Legends Batcave is now a 1v1 map. Arkham Asylum for both legends and arenas now 5v5 map. We just talked about that a minute ago. Let's see here. Lots and lots and lots of stuff. Lots of stuff. Seriously, these patch notes are huge, folks. And I mean, I barely touched on a lot of the things here. One of the big things, though, is weapons here. I'm going to talk about this because this is something that I know a lot of people are having issues with. They reduced the interrupt vulnerability window for players after performing block breaking attacks to 1.35 seconds based on community feedback that the window was too large. Thank you for that. We greatly appreciate that. They also adjusted the button press timings on a number of weapon-specific area effect animations to prevent abilities sometimes double firing if you hit the button rapidly while using certain powers. All right, this could affect a wide variety of abilities, but was reported frequently and associated with the Savage Growth. This also worked with Flashpoint. I noticed this with Flashpoint too. Let's see here. They did a couple of things here with dual pistols, hand blasters, and rifle. Like I said, all these patch notes are going to be in the description below. If you guys want to hear me and Trex talk in more detail about all this stuff and our impressions on it, please tune in to the DCO Source podcast tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Link to Trex's Twitch channel will be in the description below. Maybe we'll get Trex to be nice enough to hop onto the test servers to show off some of this new stuff and all that. We'll get to take a look at some of the new gear and everything. We're getting the heroes are getting Aquaman inspired PvE gear. I am extremely jealous of the villains getting the Black Manta inspired gear, but we're also getting everybody's going to be able to get a hold of some of that booster gold gear, and that's going to be kind of cool, I think. But yeah, man, lots. These patch notes are ridiculously huge. Seriously. Seriously. But they're making a lot of new changes and all that. Especially in regards to like PvP. Plus, the spring events coming back. Oh my god. Oh my god. So much stuff to do in the game now. Plus Origin Crisis is coming next month, we know for sure. Almost, for a fact we know that. So, I mean, whew, man. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. This is going to be epic. I'm hoping some of you guys out there, especially some of my buddies and all that have left the game, see these changes they're making to PvP. Where I know, in you guys' eyes that they're late with them. I just got one shot by freaking Meta right there. That was ridiculous. But I mean, oh man. I really hope you guys come back and at least try this stuff out, man. At least come back for the update. See how it goes. Have some fun. Come back PvP with me. Come back PvP with the league. I'm PvPing for fun from now on. Just competitive stuff. I'm going to get into that in another video. Maybe not tomorrow or maybe not the next day, but I'll get into it eventually. Anyways, I hope this helped you guys out. I hope you guys enjoyed all this information and everything like that. If you went and started reading these patch notes or reading up on Origin Crisis and all that, I hope you guys still listened. As I know it's a little bit of a long video and everything like that, but I wanted to get this information out to you. I should have done the Origin Crisis stuff yesterday, so I could have done the Update 25 stuff today and had shorter videos for you guys and all that. I got a little lazy on that, but I wanted to make sure I got this stuff out to you guys, and I want to make sure definitely come by Sourcecast podcast tonight, where I'm going to talk Trex into doing it. He says his voice. He told me earlier his voice is hurting him right now because he's eating too much crackers. But crackers, guys. Crackers, that's what he's eating. Yeah, definitely come by the podcast tonight. I'm going to talk Trex into going into the test server and all that. We'll go around. We'll check out the new gear and everything. Maybe pop over there. We'll get to see some of the. Maybe pop over again to hop onto his villain and show us what that Black Manta gear looks like. Oh man, That Black Manta gear looks awesome. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you guys liked the information I brought to you guys and all that. It's my pleasure to do this stuff. I really enjoyed it, and I really appreciate all the things that I get from you guys, either in the comments or on the game, especially. Just the random tell us saying, hey, thanks. I really appreciate that, guys. I do it for y'all, because I want to have as well informed a community on the game as possible. Anyways, that's it. I'm going to end this video. If you liked the video, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked the video, please do so by giving it a thumbs up. If you got any questions about this stuff too, I can answer what I know. So definitely ask me in the comments below. And if you haven't done so already, though, please subscribe. Until next time, you guys all take care. Bye.